Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video. We are back again. This time we're going to do something different. We are doing an album review on the new Kanye West album named Donda. So, I had the list pulled up. I listened to this album at least twice. I went through it twice. Again, this is going to be my first and second reaction to this, because with these Kanye albums, you have to listen to it multiple times to really think of how well this album does. So I'm doing like a first review of what I think of all the songs. So we're gonna get started. So I have the list up here on Mr. Genius. So we're gonna go. So yeah, again, first few songs I listened to in the car, and then I started listening to them into headphones. So we're gonna go right into it. So first song is Donda Chant. This feels like an interlude, personally to me. It was cool, but I mean, it is repetitive when it's just Donda repeated in the whole song. So, I mean, nothing much to say about this song. It's just an interlude, getting it started with the song. Then we get right into Jail, which I think he marketed this as one of the staple songs of this album. And this is cool. It had Jay-Z on it. Jay-Z's verse was good. Kanye did his thing with his all production. One thing about this album, he worries about his production a lot. As you see, his bars and his lines are still really good. Like, he knows how to wordplay. And, well, there's not really much wordplay in this one, only from Jay-Z, but damn, Jay-Z did it well. But this is one of the songs I would not put on my playlist. But there is another version of this song, which we'll get into, that I would. So, God Breathed by Vory. This is with Vory on the track, and at first I thought this guy sounded like Post Malone. I don't know if it was me, but he sounded like Post to me. Yeah, it was cool. It had a cool little intro. God breathed on this, God breathed on this. It was just, a lot of this album is repeating stuff over and over again, which in some cases worked, some cases didn't really caught my ear to it, but it's good. I liked it. But yeah, it was cool. Kanye had a verse on it. I love this line. God the Father like Maury. That's a great line. I like that. And then yeah, this song is alright. I don't have it saved on my playlist. I would go back to it though. I'd definitely go back and really take a listen. Vory had a good verse on there. Yeah, this is overall solid. Very solid song. Then we go on to Off the Grid. Now, at first, I hated this song. I hated it because of fucking Playboi Carti. I am not a fan. I do not like Playboi Carti. I don't think he's a good artist. But in this case, he did well. He had he had really good hype. I feel like because he doesn't say words. If you listen to his songs, he doesn't make words. So you gotta like think about it like, yeah, this guy's not gonna have good lyricism. It's just all about the hype. And yeah, it is all about the hype. But Fivio had a really good verse, and Kanye was on the hook, which was cool. Playboi Carti did his thing. Yeah, take two of my ribs. Just had it on X, I guess. I don't like Carti, but Fivio killed it on this. And one thing about what Kanye does with these features, he fits it well with his features. So when Carti was on there, they matched the beat around him. And then when Fivio came on, they put a drill beat on it, and he sounded really good. Like, it's such a long verse too. Like, they gave him time. Oh my god, this is such a good song. And then Kanye's verse was really good too. But damn, this is definitely on my playlist. It's just great. So, we're gonna keep going. Off the Grid, definitely one of the top songs on this whole album. Then we have, following up, Hurricane with The Weeknd and DaBaby. Now, The Weeknd always sounds good. He sounds so good. And his vocals with Kanye's production matched so well. And it was just really, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful sounding song. And how the production is with his chorus, of how he comes in with the chorus, like the Sunday choir, I think their name is. But he got a choir to match him with his vocals, and they sounded so good. And all the little cuts between, I forgot what it was. Father, hold me close. Boom. It was a cut. It was just dry, and then a dry vocal by The Weeknd. It sounded really good. Lil Baby did his thing. He does his thing on these albums, which are really cool. And yeah, nothing really to say much. This is a really good song. Kanye had a good verse. That's like the highlight of that song. He has such a distinct style to songs. It's just so like Kanye. There's not really words. It's just such a Kanye song. It's just, this is a really good song though. I'll give it. And yeah, Abel sounds beautiful on this song. Then we got Praise God with Travis and Baby Keem. Travis sounded really good on this song. I don't know if it was. I don't know what it was, but damn, he sounded really good. I don't know if he had less autotune. I think he had autotune on his voice, but it was like very little, and he had like a dry, more like clean vocal. I thought he sounded good with a clean vocal. He sounded really good, and I was impressed. And then Baby Keem, he had a good verse too, but I think my only issue with his verse is that it's just a high pitched shit. Like it was cool like the first few times, but he did it a lot in this song that I wasn't really a fan of. But I guess if it fit his style, it was good. Baby Keem did his thing. Kanye, obviously, with the production and all that stuff, and then the chorus. Yeah. And then Travis, obviously. I don't know if they changed his autotune up or he got more of a clean vocal, but he sounded good. I personally liked how he sounded on this album. Then we got Jonah with Lil Durk and Vory. So Vory comes again, and this is where I thought he was Post Malone, because he sounded like on the chorus. Because when you hear it, the first thing you hear is Vory, and I'm like, I never heard of this guy, and he sounded like Post. I'm like, oh my god, is that Post? But then he did his thing. Lil Durk came on the track. He always does well with features. He's just so. Thing is, on his own, he does make decent songs, but I personally like it when he's on features, because that's when he shines. Like this was a good song. Definitely on my I think this was on my playlist. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna listen through it again. And if it deserves a playlist, I'll keep it. If not, I'll just take it off. But so far, Vory is shown a lot on this album. I don't know if he has a collaboration with Kanye or something, but he did well. He did well on this. Kanye did well. And then, yeah, that was Jonah. So, next song is Okay Okay. Now, with this one it's weird for me, because I love the hook on this album. I love the hook from Kanye. Okay, okay. It's just, I personally liked the chorus on this, but everything else brought it down. I mean, it was weird because Lil Yachty's on this, and he did not sound like how I think Lil Yachty sounded. That doesn't make sense, but like, usually Yachty has autotune, and he was clean and usually high energy, so he was silent. I'm like, oh shit, wait, that is Yachty. Yeah, it took like a few minutes to get that, but yeah, Yachty did pretty well on the album, or on this track. Rooga did good. He's also a lot in this album too. A few people that I don't know about, but again, this is where Kanye's like production comes in. He doesn't really focus. He had his verse at the beginning, and then he did the chorus, but then he worked on the instrumentals a lot. This is where like more producer Kanye came out than the rapping and singing Kanye, which we'll get to his singing, which surprises me. in both ways. Alright, next we have Junya. So Junya was with Playboi Carti. So this version, actually, when I thought about it, I did this, so, newsflash, I did this review before, but I didn't have the right mic on, and it sounded like shit, and my lighting was just bad. So, we restarted this, and Junya, at that reaction, I said I did not like it, but I listened through it again, and yeah, this is a good song. The beat is hard. Playboi Carti again, hype, not about lyricism, but yeah, it was cool. It was catchy. It had a good beat to it, and yeah, we're gonna continue because there's a part 2 I'll get into that I personally like better. But a lot of the with some of these guys, some of this album is that the part 2s that he puts in it is like a bonus track, but I feel like some of those part 2s sound so much better. I don't know if he like did like production cuts or any like adding into instrumentals or cutting it down a little bit. I thought the part 2s did their thing. But yeah, we go into one of his solo songs. Believe what I say. So I like this song. There's also has a Lauryn Hill sample on the song that carried this song. He's so creative that he got someone else's vocal to sample and then either rap or sing on this beat. He did, and the verse is good, and this song just in general sounded really like beautiful, and it just sounded really cool. And it was cool to see Kanye at least sing a little bit and really forget about the production, even though the beat on this and all the instrumentals in the background sounded really melodic and it sounded good. Then we go into so it's the Sunday service choir that he hired for this album. So they're into this song called 24. So when I thought of this song, I thought this was like a church song to praise God, all that stuff. But I'm reading it right now, and apparently this song is about Kobe Bryant, who passed away obviously in the helicopter crash. And that makes a lot of sense because 24. So this is a little tribute to Kobe, and yeah, very beautiful song. Again, I'm religious. I'm fucking holy. Stay away. But he sounded really good. The 24 references, it sounded really beautiful. If you went to church, you would understand this song would probably be there. Not like gospel, like Bible stuff, but if you were into the holy stuff, you just imagine, yeah, this is definitely from church. And it has the vibe from it. And then you have Kanye singing, and then you got the choir in the background singing too. Just, yeah, it was such a beautiful song. I didn't know it was for Kobe. My other reaction, I didn't think it was for Kobe, but I thought about it now. I'm like, oh yeah, 24, that's Kobe. So yeah, that was cool. Next one is Remote Control with Young Thug. Now, this one, he comes with some of the bars on this. They my only fans. That's cool. But yeah, he sounded good. Production-wise, it sounded very like robotic and just really cool, really cool production. So all the background like instruments sounded really cool. Young Thug did his thing. He's obviously with this album in general, there is no cursing. So you see Young Thug actually say a curse word, but it's bleeped out, which puts a theme to this album about, Christians, they shouldn't curse. And even Kanye curses on this album, and he still bleeps his out. So, I guess there's a cool little theme to it, and it was overall a good idea. I mean, I curse, but I don't give a fuck. I really should, but yeah, I'm going to hell. Alright. We'll go, oh yeah, so this thing, I was really confused, because I'm like, what is it? Shalaba, shawabble, double, wobble, gobble, falaba, balaba, bob. I don't know. It sounded like really weird at the end, but I realized when I looked at this picture, which hopefully pops up, that's a meme. I noticed that from a meme, so that was cool. And yeah, there's nothing to say to the song. This sounded good. I don't think it was one I put on my playlist, but definitely it was good. I'll probably have to re-listen to it. But yeah, we're gonna move on to one of my favorite songs on this album, Moon, with Toliver and with Cudi. Damn, this sounded really cool. Very calm song. Act like it was an interlude, because it says right here, the mellow, calming sound of Moon acts like an interlude. So yeah, I would say it's an interlude, but it was like a really good interlude that I would definitely put on my playlist. Yeah, so Toliver was on the hook. He sounded really good. His voices, I didn't realize how good his voice was, and then I listened to this, I'm like, yeah, he has a good voice. Then Cudi, I didn't notice him at first, and then I listened, like, oh yeah, that's Cudi. I don't listen to his music, so I wouldn't really know. But it was all cool when Kanye came in, and they all sang with each other, which was really cool. It all just sounded really cool because you have at least Kanye on your left ear, Cudi on the right ear, and then you have Don in the back or in front, like in the back of your head. You hear him in the background, and then you have Cudi on your right. That's not right. Left is Kanye. So overall, that sounded really good. That's probably definitely a song I would put on a playlist. Heaven and Hell. This is another solo song by Kanye, and this is one of my favorite solo songs from him. He sounded good. He spat bars on bars. It's just his wordplay is still top. He has such good wordplay, and the beat switch up he had was crazy. Like that beat switch up, because I guess from Heaven to Hell, the beat switch up was so good. And this song just held up for me. This is definitely on my playlist. And just a Kanye song. Those little over-exaggerated instruments made by Kanye's voice himself, which was really cool. Yeah, this is definitely a song I would put on my playlist. It's beautiful. It's a rap song that I was looking for. So we have the self-titled track named Donda. And this is obviously, Donda is Kanye's mother that unfortunately passed away. So this song was dedicated to her. And it was just Donda speaking in the background. And Kanye and a supposed Ariana Grande in the background. We don't know who really is in the background, but this is all spoken word, and Donna just talking, and I think it's like one of her speeches. I just don't really know where it's from, but we'll actually read it here. Yeah, so this is just a tribute to his mom. It was cool. It was not that short. It was pretty. It was definitely like a short song, but this is definitely a song that is not. I would definitely not put on the playlist. I mean, I respect the effort, but I would not put this song on the playlist because it was just a tribute to her, and it was a song, but it was just her speaking in a speech. And this was definitely like something I would put on the background, but I wouldn't like fully listen to. So this next one is Keep My Spirit Alive with Kanye. No, yeah, obviously with Kanye. Conway and Westside Guns. And this guy named KayCyy. Yeah. This one, I gotta listen through this one again, because I don't think I listened to Westside Guns. I've heard of them. But, yeah, this sounded good. I would listen to it again. I'm gonna listen to it again and see what I really think of it. but it sounded good. Conway had a good verse. Kanye had a good verse. Oh yeah, he had a Wakanda bar. It's turn me into a Lil Gotti. Oh yeah, not Wakanda, but Wakanda is kind of like we about to make. Who gonna make it? Conda. It's ooh. I didn't notice that's a cool Conda. That's crazy. Yeah, his wordplay is still really good. Keep My Spirit Alive. It's a pretty good song. I'm gonna listen to it again though. Alright, so we have the long song. I think this is like a staple song on this. It's called Jesus Lord. It's a 9-minute song. And it's Kanye having a really long verse. It's kind of like a storytelling song that I really appreciated. It sounded really good. It was long. So I put this on the playlist, but I would not like, if I'm like in the background or like relaxing, I would put this song on. And this is just act like this. I'm not speaking words, fuck. But this song is this is like a storytelling song. It's about him as a kid, because you have Buzz Lightyear lines. Where was it? Yeah, and then Electronica came on this, and I've never heard him before. He sounded really good. He spat bars on bars. His flows were really good. But everything was just great. And also at the end, there's this guy named Larry Hoover Jr. who told his story, and about how his father left him and never came back. So, yeah. So he hasn't seen his father. And oh wait, what is this? So Larry Jr. was thanking Kanye for his take at the Oval Court. Oh, okay. So this is when Kanye went to Trump in 2018, and I guess he got justice for him. And then, yeah, it was a cool song. Definitely a good message to it. Yeah, 9-minute song. Oh, good. I would listen to it multiple times because of how long it is, but definitely a song I would go back to. New Again with Chris Brown. So I didn't notice Chris Brown was on the song until the chorus hit, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, that's Chris Brown. And obviously the chorus came back, and the production shines again. It was just really cool. This is not one I would put on the playlist though, so I'm gonna redo it again. I'm gonna listen to it, and I'm gonna get another take on it. But personally, this song is good, but I didn't put it on the playlist, and I don't know. I'm gonna re-listen to it, and this sounded good. But we go into the next song, which is featuring a Pop Smoke verse. So, this is a tribute to Pop Smoke, and I don't understand. I honestly, at this point, I don't understand what he tried to do. He put one of Pop Smoke's song, "We Made It," which is, according to Genius, it's a posthumously released track at the same. I don't know how to say that. That's fucking crazy. Yeah. It just sounded really weird because it's Pop Smoke's song, but it's like on a speaker, and then you have Kanye or someone doing the piano. It sounded weird. Yeah, I passed on this. I guess he was trying to go for it. It was like a tribute, but I don't think it sounded that good. But yeah, this one's not for me. What we got next? Lord, I Need You. So this is again with the choir, and yeah, he spat on this one too. He sounded really good. He had the Wheezy Out of Here trademark at the end of the song. It sounded really good. Getting the choir strikes again, using that choir for good use. This sounded really well. This sounded really good. yeah, it was a quick song too. It's only 2 minutes. It was a good song. Next one we have Pure Souls. This is one of my favorite on the album. Roddy Ricch sounded great on here. Kanye also sounded really good. But Roddy Ricch's chorus, he sounded good. And then Kanye with bars on bars. Chief Keef bar, Mob Ties. And jeez, it sounded really good. Shenseea, who is a woman, like a singer. This is my favorite from her on this whole album, which we'll get into her other one, which I wasn't a fan of, but she sounded really good at the end. And yeah, Roddy Ricch did his thing. His chorus was good. His verse was really good. The thing is, he does well with his features, alright? You have Roddy Ricch, who always was really good, but then you put your style with his, and it sounds great. So, yeah. And, I guess, Kanye had an issue with Roddy, I guess. I said, according to Genius right here, the collab came as a shock to some fans, as the duo had a minor spat on social media after Ye posted a video of him urinating on one of his Grammys. Oh, Kanye is a funny guy. But yeah, it was cool. It was definitely one of my favorite songs on this album. Pretty long, which some of these songs are long, which I like, because I'm a fan of long songs. I'm not really a fan of the short songs, but yeah. We're gonna get into the last, like, 6 songs? I think that's like 6. Yeah, 6 songs. Come to Life. This was beautiful. This is such a beautiful song. It gave me so many emotions on this song. So beautiful. This is a solo song by Kanye. This is his last one, I'm pretty sure. But he sounded really good. The chorus was nice. He sounded really nice. And everything is just a piano ballad that sounded really good. This is definitely a highlight on the album. And yeah, I definitely put this one on my playlist. This is definitely great. So then we go into the last one before we get into the part 2s. We have No Child Left Behind with Vory and the choir. Now this one was good. Yeah, again, with all the repeating. It's a nice, short, 3-minute song. And it was cool. Not a lot of words to it, mostly vocals and instrumentals. Actually, a lot less lyrics. But, yeah, he sounded really good. Yeah, there's nothing much to say about this song. If this would be the end of the album, and I thought it was a good end to the album. But then we go into the part 2s. Now, Jail Part 2 with an unlikely duo that you would never see. DaBaby and Marilyn Manson. What? How do you get these two people on the track? Like, that's crazy in itself. But this song is it's just jail again, but with Marilyn Manson helping him on the hook, and then we have DaBaby having a verse. DaBaby had a good verse on this. It fit with Kanye's style. He sang a little bit on this too, so he sounded really good. And then Manson, you can just tell because it's loud. Manson always does well. So, we have Jail Part 2, which personally was one of my favorite songs on the album. And this had a very minor, like, image in this. So, as you know, DaBaby had the issue in Rolling Loud with that stuff. And personally, I'm not gonna say that. I don't want to get my channel taken down. I'm kidding, I'm not gonna be that racist. Yeah, whatever. I personally wasn't a fan of what DaBaby. I guess it was really stupid of him to say that, but this song happened after this. So Kanye was debating on putting this on the album, but he didn't. And then obviously you have Marilyn Manson, who's been accused of a lot of like sexual allegations, sexual assault. So you got people from what the media says that should be in jail on a song called Jail. So that was really smart by Kanye to enlist these people, and they had good verses. Marilyn sounded good on the hook, and then DaBaby's verse was cool. So Jail Part 2 was unavailable on release night for Donda, allegedly due to problems clearing DaBaby's verse, which is... Oh, it was on Instagram, Kanye posted. This post reveals that the label Universal apparently released Donda without Kanye's permission and blocked. That's crazy. So the label of Universal blocked DaBaby's verse. That's nuts. That's stingy. That's crazy. Why would they do that? Yeah, that's crazy in itself. Wow, they banned his verse. And that was without Kanye's permission. What? Yeah, some of these labels are like stingy. But yeah, Jail Part 2 is definitely one of my favorites. Now we have OK OK Part 2. Now I thought I would like this a little bit better. And nah, it sounded the same. Shenseea didn't impress me. I don't know, her broken like English or very enunciated lyrics, like breaking up a word and saying the syllables. Guess that was cool. I wasn't really too impressed by it. But okay. Again, I liked the hook on this, but everything else is just meh. Rooga had a good verse. Yeah, nothing really much to say. I thought, and according to the album, by the title of this song, it was okay. It wasn't anything special. Then we have Junya Part 2. Now this is basically the same song they had, but had Dolla Sign on the hook, which he had a good verse, so I added this one. He said Ty had a good verse, and nothing really much to say. It's the same song, and I feel like with some of the instrumental changes on the Part 2s, which I personally think there are, but it sounded really good. Dolla Sign did sing, and he was good. He always collaborates well with Kanye. And then we have Jesus Lord Part 2. Now, this is a 12-minute song. Actually, 11 minutes 30. So, he had a bunch of features on this album. On this song specifically. A bunch of old school rappers. Like, he had his long-ass verse. Jay Electronica's verse. And then, he got Sheik Loge, which I'm not a fan. I've never heard of. Had Jadakiss on this, which I could recognize his voice. It was cool. Then Styles P too. And then it was just the same song. So, I mean, if you were liked extra verses on that particular beat, I felt like the beat was not that really special. It was just, as it's going on for like 11 minutes, it kind of gets a little stale. So, nothing really surprising. But yeah, it was a good end. Good end to the album. It was a Larry Hoover story again too, so that was cool. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the album. A lot of songs to go through. 27 songs in total. What am I gonna give this album? Ooh, I think I'm gonna stick with my rating like I did last time. I'm going to give this a 7.58. I thought this album was really good. There's a lot of good elements to it. The production's amazing. Kanye did this thing. Definitely, I'll give it like an 8. I'll say 8 as my final. This is a really good album, and I'll see what Fantano says about this, because I watched his reaction about the first part. So far he liked it, but again, that's like 7 songs in, and there's still like 20 more to go. So we'll see how he says about that. But personally, I give this an 8 out of 10. I thought it was a good album. Y'all can disagree with me or agree with me. I don't care. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys like these videos more about album reviews, You link it down below in the comments. Keep saying what you want to say. So we got other stuff coming to the channel. We have information about Marvel coming soon with No Way Home, Shang-Chi, all that cool shit, and then DC fandom coming up with a bunch of the new trailers coming out and all the new series according to them. And if you guys check out, if you like that content, subscribe. Go ahead. We have skits, we have gaming videos, we have all kinds of shit to explore on the channel. I hope y'all enjoy your day, and remember, subscribe, leave a like, all that shit. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.